It's time for the Sephora sale and I'm just as excited as you are. I have some of my favorites. I rounded them up for you, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube, but I also consider myself a lover of Sephora and all things beauty and makeup. So I do have some exciting products, some of which I picked up this year. So I went through my Sephora account and looked at everything I picked up since the sale last November, and I rounded some favorites and then I grabbed some other favorites that I use all the time. So hopefully this video is helpful to y'all. Let me just go ahead and break down the sale really quick in case you've been living under a rock. So the sale starts this Friday and Rouge members get early access. If you're not sure what your level is, you can always just check that when you log into your Sephora account. So Rouge gets early access to the sale from the 1st through the 5th of November, and then the sale opens up for VIPs and insiders, and everyone gets to shop till the 11th. So I'm super duper excited. I remember one year they changed how they did the sale, and I think they shortened it, and that was just not fun. So I love that we get almost 2 full weeks of shopping the sale, and usually there's new releases that drop when Rouge get access, and there's also some drops when VIPs get access. So it's kind of fun. It's something that's a little bit hyped, and I know that if you're a numbers person, you probably love to do the math and figure out where the best deal is. I personally just feel like I get the best deals at Sephora unless the brands themselves are offering bigger discounts. So if you're really looking to save money, you can always check and see if the brands are offering bigger discounts on their websites. If you're not a big Sephora shopper, you're probably not that into the sale anyway. Overall, I'm excited to just restock a few things. I always grab some of my absolute must-have products during the sale. Keep a few backups on hand so I don't run out until the next sale. And I'm also eyeing some new products that I figured I could wait until the sale. So I don't know if I'm gonna really share my wish list. I guess I can at the end, but we've got a lot to chat about. So let's just start off with kind of some random things. I always want to recommend the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. I know a lot of people talk about this, and I have 2 little kids. I'm not saying that I'm busier than everyone else, but I'm quite busy. And when it comes to managing mom life and home life, and then also doing YouTube, it is hard to clean my brushes. So this is a lifesaver for me. And this is my backup, so I don't have any other bottles. So I don't know if I'm gonna grab another one, if I think I'll need one before April of 2025 when the next sale is gonna be. I think this one should last me a while still, but this is amazing for spot cleaning. I use this when I clean my eyeshadow brushes. So what I'll do is I'll use this a few times, and then once I've cleaned my eyeshadow brushes with this a few times, then I'll bring them to the sink and wash them with soap and water. I also would recommend with foundation brushes and stuff like that to just use soap and water to clean them. Not use this because first of all, you're going to go through this super fast if you're doing that. But also I think it's just better for your face products to have brushes that you clean with soap and water. But that thing is a lifesaver. I was literally using it the other day to clean a bunch of eyeshadow brushes, and it's quite fast, so it does save me a ton of time. This I don't use a ton, but I did use it quite a bit in the summer. So this is the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This is another product that I picked up in the last sale, so sometime in April, and I hadn't touched it. And I finally started using it in the summer, or maybe I bought it last year. I can't even remember. I just know I picked it up during a sale, and I really like it. It definitely sets my makeup. So if you want your makeup to last all day, a setting spray like this in an aerosol can will definitely get you far. It low-key feels like hairspray, which I think is a technique that drag queens kind of started, is just spraying your face with hairspray to make your makeup last. I'm not sure how great that is for your skin though, so maybe just use something like this, but I really like this. And I know they just came up with a jumbo size as well, so that is an option for you. And I also want to say, I'm not really sure how I'm going to link these products. I know YouTube has their own shopping feature now. I don't know if you've noticed it, but the products kind of pop up at the bottom of the screen, I think. And so some of you have been shopping through those links. And then I don't know if people think it's like an ad or something. Those are just YouTube shopping, just like TikTok has TikTok shop and Instagram has their own thing. YouTube decided to throw their hat in the game, so they have that too. Which honestly, if you guys use those links, it is super beneficial to me because I think that it shows YouTube that I'm selling products, and that's kind of how you get access to like these cool YouTube events, which honestly, like, I wouldn't hate having to go to one of those because they look so fun. So if you so choose to, I would really appreciate if you use the YouTube links, but I'll also leave like a Sephora link for you guys if that's easier for you. I think it also really just helps if you click the links because it shows that you're engaged. I don't necessarily think you have to buy stuff. And if you are buying stuff, it's not any additional cost to you to use a creator's link. I would just say use somebody's link because I think it's a great way to support creators. It's a free way, especially if you are placing an order. Of course, I'm not telling you to shop. That's not what this video is about. But I just want to make it clear in case you guys didn't know that it's super helpful. And I just want to tell you guys I appreciate it. Okay, so another product. This has been like a holy grail forever. Takes me forever to use this. I don't use this all the time because I use wipes generally to take my makeup off, and then I'll double cleanse and use a face wash. But this is nice when you're dealing with waterproof makeup, and it's so good. It's also Sephora collection, so it'll be 30% off during the sale. And Sephora collection is definitely more mid-range, so it's not like the most expensive brand at Sephora. Actually quite affordable. So I think this is like 16 bucks and then you get 30% off. But this is so good. I've been using this since I can remember. Before I used wipes to take off my eye makeup, I used to use this. And honestly, it's so good and it's so gentle. So if you're looking for a good makeup remover, I would recommend this. I have this bottle down here in my makeup room, and then I have one in my master bathroom as well when I'm struggling to get mascara and stuff off, and it's so good. Okay, other random things that I kind of use every day. I have been really enjoying this Urban Decay All-Nighter Hyaluronic Acid Watermelon Fruit Extract. My god, why is this name so long? Long-lasting makeup setting spray. I feel like this is better than just the regular all-nighter. I don't know if I'm just being a conspiracy theorist. Urban Decay did send me this. I've bought the all-nighter before, and I know their all-nighter setting spray is so hyped, but for some reason I feel like this one just makes my makeup look even smoother. It makes it last longer, and it smells really nice. So I'm super happy that they sent this to me, and I would recommend this over the original. And I would love to hear from you guys if you feel like it's different from the original, if you have tried this one. It's super good. One of my favorite setting sprays. Okay, another thing you can clearly tell I love so much is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I use this every time I do my makeup down here. It just feels like it helps my makeup last longer. It does have a bit of a sticky texture to it, so once you put this on, you want to let it dry down for a couple of minutes, and then you can go on with your makeup. And I just really like this. I'm not a primer gal. I don't buy a ton of primers. This one has been really good. I also really like the one by Glow Recipe, the red packaging. I can't remember what that one's called, but this one is super nice. And as you can see, I'm almost done with it. I do have the Glow one, but honestly, I don't feel like it's that different from the original. So I'm just gonna stick to recommending the original. Okay, so next let's go into like the blush and face portion of this video. I don't really have a ton of like eyeshadow recommendations. I'm gonna do a video that's gonna be the next one you're gonna see. I'm hoping to get that up on Friday. Is gonna be like a battle of the palettes, 3 palettes that are hyped for the Sephora sale. So I filmed with the Icy Nudes. I'm wearing the Lightworks 6 palette from Danessa Myricks right now, and then hoping to film with the Roxa palette tomorrow. So I'm gonna have a video on like those eyeshadow palettes for you guys. I mean, Sephora carries some of my favorite brands, but when it comes to eyeshadows, I think indie brands do have my heart for the most part, and that's pretty obvious too if you just like scroll through my channel. A majority of the eyeshadow palettes I talk about are indie brands, but I do have a few, so I thought that would be a fun way to kind of battle the palettes. But when it comes to blush, I have been on a blush kick like no other. I'm so excited to go through my blush collection this year and like organize. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of decluttering, but there has been so many good blush launches this year, and I know that there's probably even more that I could talk about, but I tried to focus on the brands that you can buy at Sephora. So the first one I want to talk about are these beautiful Lawless Cream blushes. Now I do wish they had some more interesting shades. I feel like these shades are kind of geared towards lighter skin tones, but the texture of these are amazing. They blend beautifully and they kind of have a blurring effect to them. So I've been super grateful to have gotten these from Lawless, and I did purchase one just to try out and I really liked it, but I do have a ton of other shades as well since they've sent me, I think, pretty much every one. So if you're looking for a really beautiful cream blush, this is a very, very good option. But never fear, I have more options for you guys. Totally fell in love with the Haus Labs blushes. These didn't get reformulated, I heard they just got repackaged. They went into smaller packaging and they're a little bit cheaper, but I honestly, my conspiracy theory is that they did reformulate it because I have one of the originals and I really like these ones so much better. They came out with 2 new shades when they had the last sale. Fire Moon, and I think the other one's called Rosette something. I know it's like trapped somewhere in my makeup collection, but I really, really love the Haus Labs blushes. I don't really like a lot of other products from them, but if you want a really good powder blush, these are a must-have. Okay, next is another blush formula. This is a cream blush from Makeup by Mario. I really like this shade. This is Papaya Pop. It was part of his summer collection. I know they have more neutrally shades, but if you've been on my channel for a while, you know how much I love coral blushes. So of course I had to grab this one, and it's stunning. And again, I think it's a beautiful formula. It is super easy to blend onto the cheeks, and they have a lot of shade options as well. Okay, more cream blushes. These ones have been getting rave reviews. I only have one. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint, and I have it in the shade 41, which is like this beautiful red shade. Oh my gosh, this blush is so gorgeous. It looks so flawless. It almost looks like airbrush when you like blend it into your cheeks, and they have some gorgeous shades. So I'm low-key thinking I might want to pick up another shade, but this is a beautiful red blush. If you're interested, highly recommend. You can't go wrong with these ones from Armani. I've seen a lot of people recommend them, and I agree. Okay, more luxury blushes. These Dior blushes, they always get hyped. They have some new shades. I don't know if any of these shades are new since the last sale though, but I love the shade called Poppy Coral. I also have the shade called Rosewood. I'm kind of eyeing the super dark brown shade. I did end up getting that one. I think it's called Mahogany. I might get that one. I also really like, there's like a brown bronzy shade that's super gorgeous that I love so much. So these blushes have a cult following, and I just wanted to mention them because a sale is a great time to pick them up. Another product that I feel like not enough people talk about are these Say blushes. Their liquid blushes are so hype, but I don't know why these aren't. This is such a beautiful like cream to powder formula. It is a shimmery blush, and I don't know, I just feel like it makes my cheeks look airbrushed, and I wish they would come out with more shades because I feel like this is such an underrated formula from Say Beauty. Okay, so I know Hourglass just had like a friends and family sale, but if you want to pick up any of their new face palettes for the holidays, I would recommend checking them out during the Sephora sale. I was gonna pass on this because I do have some from previous years, but I couldn't pass up on this beautiful lotus packaging, and I really like this palette. I think all these shades I can make work. The bronzer shade, I just mix these two shades together and that makes a perfect bronzer shade for me. I feel like Hourglass is so well known for its powder products for a reason. I feel like it makes you look like you've been using really high quality makeup because I don't want to say it blends itself, but honestly, it just melts into your skin and it looks flawless in my opinion. So I really love the Hourglass powder products, and I just thought since the palette is quite pricey, a sale is a great time to pick it up and try it out. Okay, so I feel like the Milk Jelly tints kind of got a bad rap because people were like biting them and cutting them and doing all kinds of ridiculous things with them. But this is honestly a beautiful tint, and I know skin tints are so in and that like, you know, barely their makeup look is in, and I feel like these are the perfect product for that if you just want like a beautiful flush to your cheeks. I think this is gorgeous. You can also throw it on your lips. I don't know that I would wear these shades on my eyes, but I guess you could go ahead and try that out as well. But these are nice. I'm glad that I tried one and then Milk ended up sending me all of the shades. These are the two new shades I think from them, and I have a demo. I did a reel with these, but overall, these are cute. I feel like they got a bad rap because people are being ridiculous with them, but I think they're a nice product. I mean, you don't have to like go broke getting one, but if you're in the market to try something kind of fun and different, I think they're fun. Okay, next for highlighter. I bought a lot of good highlighters this year. I just wanted to mention the Golden Highlighter palette from Natasha Denona. Honestly, this formula is beautiful. I hate that it's a trio because inevitably the shades aren't all gonna work for every skin tone out there, so that's kind of a bummer. I feel like I would rather have bought individual highlighters, but the formula is stunning. My favorite highlighter, I feel like these were the first ones that kind of came on the market that have no base shade to them. They kind of go on like a beautiful, flawless, just stunning glow, but there's no base to them, so it's beautiful, and I think it would work with a lot of skin tones. The only problem with these is they're like extremely fragile, so I had one break. This one is still fine. I don't even want to hold it up because this one, I'm traumatized from loose change, is like shattering. But I have Yum Rum and loose change, and they're so beautiful, so highly recommend those highlighters. I would say probably just get them for pickup in store if they're still available. Otherwise, say a little prayer. Hopefully Sephora packages their stuff better than Ulta. Otherwise, you might want to say a little prayer. Okay, so I have more blush recommendations like these ones from Rare Beauty. These are like their luminous blushes, so they're like highlighter blush hybrid. This is the shade Joy, which I know is a popular shade of her liquid blushes, but these are beautiful. They're a little intense, so I would say go in with a light hand, but if you have a darker complexion, I think these would look beautiful on you as a highlighter or maybe like a blush topper. Okay, so YSL might have missed the mark with their cream blushes, but I think this bronzer is beautiful. It's such a good tone for my skin tone. It's not too red. It's not too cool tone. Very creamy, and again, just makes me look like I was airbrushed. I mean, you know, take that with a grain of salt because nobody really looks that airbrushed in person, but this is beautiful. It's the All Hours Hyper Bronzer, and I never know what shade I have, but I can't buy a YSL purse, but girl, at least I have a YSL bronzer. That's so stupid. I'm sorry, but I do really like this bronzer, and I have a few other bronzers I really like from Sephora as well, but I thought I would mention that because it's not like it's easy to get luxury brands on discount, so you might as well grab it during the Sephora sale. Okay, we've got more blush and bronzer. Who's surprised? I have to give a shout out to the Hourglass Unreal blushes. You guys know I just love Hourglass so much, and I love to try a little bit of everything from them. So I don't know why I was saving the box. I guess I was trying to, I don't know, preserve that for some reason, but these are so pigmented. As you can see, a little bit goes a long way. I like barely used a drop, and it has a interesting packaging. So it comes in this little bottle, but you basically tap the back and then it dispenses a little bit of product. So innovative design, beautiful colors. Again, you guys know I love Hourglass, so I had to try it. And then the Say Beauty liquid bronzer, I'm obsessed with it. This is the shade Swim. I was using this every single time I did my makeup, and I was like, okay, let me just use some of my other liquid blushes. I don't know what it is about this. I just feel like it's not too pigmented. I feel like the shade is right for me as well. It's very close to my skin tone, so it just gives me like a light bit of bronzer, and I like to use it on the perimeters of my face, and just the packaging and everything just works really well for me. So I really like this bronzer and I highly recommend it. Also, it's not like overly expensive, which I think is nice because I feel like sometimes makeup can be so overpriced and you're like, what am I paying for? Like, I get it, but also like, what am I paying for really? So that makes me happy that it's not super duper expensive. We also have, I think this is the last kind of like blush highlighter thing I'm going to recommend to you guys. The Dior, this is the Glow Maximizer. I have this shade, I think this is called Rosy, but I basically bought this to use as a blush highlighter hybrid. It's so pretty. It is so glowy and it just blends so well, and it's luxurious and stunning, and I know they have a ton of shades, so if you guys are interested, I really like this shade. Okay, so I only have like a few face products, so let me go ahead and mention them really quick. I have been obsessed with the Face Bond foundation from Urban Decay. I feel like this is so long wearing. I really like the finish, and it's just great, and it is a really nice sleek packaging. I wear it in the shade Medium Neutral 23, and I just love it. You just like squeeze it on the back of your hand. No muss, no fuss. I just feel like Urban Decay really did the damn thing with this foundation, and I'm so happy that they at least launched a good foundation, because God knows they can't launch anything else that's very good. Like, not me getting on my soapbox about how they used to create the Vice palettes and now we're just getting 50 Shades of Beige. So there's that. But this is a really nice foundation. And another foundation I really like is this one from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Soft Matte Oil Control Foundation. I feel like this has a beautiful natural finish. It is a little bit of a medium to full coverage foundation, I will say. So if you don't like anything too thick, you might not love this, but I love a nice natural matte finish, so I really like this. Again, I feel like this is long lasting. It makes my skin look so good, and I really like the shade match for me. I have it in the shade Honey. Okay, last foundation that I recently fell in love with. This is a skin tint slash like stick. I feel like this is honestly like a medium coverage foundation for me. I love this. It's from LYS, and I kind of bought this on a whim. I have it in the shade TN6, and I'm a sucker for a good stick foundation just because I feel like it's so easy. You just swipe it on and blend it with a brush or a sponge. And again, this is another brand that's kind of mid-range at Sephora. So I believe this is a $25 skin tint slash foundation. Highly recommend. They're also black owned, so I feel like they do a really good job with the undertones, which makes me so happy. Okay, this is a really nice concealer in my opinion. I have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer, and this is in the shade 10. I could probably get a shade that's a little bit darker, but overall I think this is a good shade match for me. Something about this concealer just, it's so creamy, but it just makes my under eyes look so flawless. I look awake, but it's not like dewy. Like, I don't want to look like I have really dewy under eyes. I just want to have a concealer that's going to set and stay in place. I do have pretty dark under eyes, and also sometimes they just look sunken in because we're not always getting a ton of sleep around this place, and I'm usually filming late at night, so it takes me a while to get to bed. Usually it's like midnight or 1 o'clock at night when I go to sleep, and then I'm up early with the kids. So it is what it is, but this has been one of my favorite concealer finds of 2024. Okay, so in the eye category, I really just don't have a ton or anything really to talk about other than these NARS eyeshadow sticks. I think these are lovely. These are matte eyeshadow sticks, and you guys know I'm not an eyeshadow stick gal. I feel like they're having a bit of a moment right now. So these are so good. Like, NARS better not discontinue these. So these are the Total Seduction eyeshadow sticks, and I have Adults Only, Enigmatic, and Stripped Down. And I don't want to give you guys a dissertation on this, but this shade Adults Only is like the perfect shade for my eyelids. if I just want to put on foundation and then cancel out the darkness on my eyes, this is perfect for that. I also just use it instead of my Sigma Ignite primer if I'm feeling like it. I feel like the whole no makeup look is in, and one thing that I don't love about the no makeup look is if you do your foundation, I suppose you can just bring your foundation onto your eyelids. I'm not that kind of person. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I should try, but this is just perfect for me to like put all over my eyelids and then just blend, and it looks great and it stays put. I love the shade Strip Down because it's like a perfect brown shade for my skin tone, and it just gives you a little bit more of an elevated look. And I love Enigmatic because it's a black eyeshadow base, but again, it's not overly intense, but I'm also wearing it under the multi-chrome on my eyes today. So I like having a black eyeshadow stick that actually is really nice and again stays put so that I can pair it with multi-chromes. That's why I bought the black one. And yeah, I just love those stupid eyeshadow sticks. I don't know, maybe it's just me going on and on about it, but definitely one of my favorite finds of 2024. Okay, so we have one fragrance and then just a bunch of lip products. So let me talk about this really quick. This product I smelled in person at, I think, the Nordstrom in New Orleans, and I just really wanted a Kilian fragrance, and I had a Rouge Reward. This smells so good. I don't know why. My husband said it smelled like kelp, and I don't agree, but this is Blue Moon by Kilian Ginger Dash. I'll link it down below for you guys if you're interested. I think Kilian makes beautiful fragrances. I really like this one, and I really like the old-fashioned one that they kind of recently came out with. It's supposed to be inspired by, I believe, like aging whiskey barrels, and I'm not really a whiskey gal, but I love how that one smells. Ginger Dash is definitely more like a summer fragrance for me, but Old Fashioned is like the perfect fall scent. I've been wearing that a ton. I have it in a travel size. I also did make a list of other things I wanted to talk to you guys about for Sephora recommendations, but honestly, some of those are just like my favorite eye cream, which I've talked about a million times in my Sephora recommendations. I have a Sephora recommendations playlist. I will try and remember to link that down below for you guys so you can check it out if you're really into that. I remember back in the day, I used to be so into the Sephora sale, and I love consuming videos like this because it gives me so many ideas of things I might have not even thought of. So if you're that kind of person, you will love my playlist, and it goes way back. So that's a plus in case you want to look for some product. There's probably products on there that they don't even make anymore. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Now let's go ahead and talk about lip products, and I believe pretty much all of these I discovered this year. There might be just one that is not from this year, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and start off with these Merit lipsticks. I honestly tried Merit a while ago and I wasn't a big fan, but their matte lipsticks are my favorite. They have some other formulas that people really like, but I'm not that into them. These ones though, they're so good, and this is the shade Equestrian. It's a beautiful chocolatey brown shade. You guys know I'm a sucker for browns. And then I have a red one too. I don't know where that one is. And then this is the more nude shade that I have called Anti-Bites. I was wearing these so much. They have a beautiful soft matte texture to them, and I love these so much, so highly recommend. Now, the NARS Explicit Lipsticks, I think these are called. I can't really afford them. They're like 40 bucks, but I did buy one because I love this shade. This is the shade Body Heat. It's the lip product I have on today. Really comfortable, a bit of a satin finish. The bullet is lovely. You could probably treat yourself to one during the sale. That's what I would recommend doing. Just get one. I just like to have one, and then if it's like a favorite, it's a favorite. I haven't used up a lip product in a long time, but I really like using that color, and it's so beautiful. Another kind of luxurious lip product. I can't believe how expensive these lip products are. This is the Prada matte lipstick, and this is such a beautiful shade. I really love it. I can't remember what it's called right now off the top of my head, but I can remember to link this exact shade for you guys. It's like a beautiful terracotta shade. These are also like a soft matte lipstick and nice weighted packaging. I also know Prada has a gift set that they're selling with like a lip balm and 2 lip colors. So I might take a peek at that, but again, I think when it comes to expensive lip products, you don't want to buy like 10 of them. Just buy one, see if you like it, then you can always get more. Otherwise, just cherish the one you have and then get one once you finish the one you have up. You know what I mean? Okay, I really like these Fenty lip oils. I feel like they're kind of underrated. I actually panned one of these and I bought another one. So this is cherry. I don't know why. I really don't love cherry. But when it comes to the Fenty Beauty cherry lip oil, I like cherry. So I have this one. And then as far as the very hyped Summer Fridays lip balms go, I really don't like any of them except the one I picked up recently, which is Hot Cocoa. That's actually upstairs in my bathroom. This is the cappuccino one. What is it called? Oh gosh, is it not on here? That's so annoying. Ah! This is supposed to be the coffee one. It doesn't say, oh, it says iced coffee, which I am a sucker for an iced coffee, but I just don't like this one. I really like Hot Cocoa. I don't know why. I feel so differently about Hot Cocoa versus this one. Yeah, I've always held the belief that these Summer Fridays lip balms are overhyped because I've tried some before, but Hot Cocoa has a special place in my heart, and I really hope it's not limited edition. So if you guys have heard that it's limited edition, let a bitch know so I can buy like 3 of them. Okay, this is one that I have been loving for quite some time. I think I bought this last year during the holiday sale. So these are the Hourglass lip products. I don't know what these are called, but basically they're the perfect gloss lipstick hybrid, which I feel like has been growing in popularity over the last few years. Since matte liquid lipsticks have kind of taken a backseat, these have been kind of what has been trending, and I feel like liquid lipsticks are kind of coming back, but these are so comfortable. I have 2 shades because like I said, it comes in a set, and I think there's one out for this year as well, so check these out. Super beautiful. I even have a reel just like demoing one shade. Love them so, so much. And then last but certainly not least in the lip category is this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip product in the shade Parchment. I love this. It's a beautiful terracotta shade. They have tons of new shades, but I just didn't find any of the shades that I like. I just like this because it's like a warm nude shade, which is totally up my alley. It's a soft matte liquid lipstick, and it's fun to see Anastasia do lip products because their liquid lipsticks were like the most hype, like So Hollywood. Is that what it was called? I feel like they had some very hype lipsticks back in the day, so it's fun to see them making more lip products, and I know they just came out with some new shades for fall, so I thought I'd recommend it. But honestly, I don't know if I'm weird, but when it comes to lip products, I just like to buy one, see if I like the formula, and then I hardly ever buy more than one. I did with the Merit lipsticks because I thought they were beautiful, but with some of these more pricey lip products, I'm more than content with just owning one. So you guys will have to let me know if you're like that as well. And then I think the last thing I wanted to recommend to you guys is this Tower 28 pressed powder. So my friend Angie said she liked this, and I wasn't planning on buying this, but I really like this. This is the Get Set powder, and I have the shade Boa Banana, and it's beautiful. I think it makes my under eyes look really nice, and it does set my under eyes well. It's not too heavy, and I like that it's a pressed powder because I feel like it makes it easier to apply than a loose powder. So that has been a bit of a mini favorite this year so far. So that is it for my Sephora recommendations video. I feel like I was hoping to make this like top 10 Sephora recommendations, but we definitely had more than that. But I can't help it. I love chatting to you guys about the different makeup products I've tried, and I always try to come back in my monthly haul and tell you about the things I've been testing out in the previous month. But this is also a fun way to like retell you what my favorites are. I so badly want to do favorite blush video, cream, powder, and maybe like a favorite lip products video. So maybe someday I'll get the time to do that. But for now, you have my Sephora recommendations. So I feel like I have adequately prepared you guys for the Sephora sale. I always like to ask you guys to recommend a product for me to try during the sale as well, because I'm nosy and I love learning from my makeup community. So definitely recommend me a makeup product. I will consider picking it up if it sounds good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And like I said, if you guys do get the chance to use any of my affiliate links, it would really help me out so much. No pressure, of course. Use somebody's link because I know they will be super appreciative. I do have a giveaway going on, so if you want to enter it, the link is in the bio. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're not too stressed. I mean, it's just a sale. It happens 2 times a year, and there's always other sales to take advantage of as well, and there's Black Friday. So if you're not feeling like you have the funds for it, or if you're on a no buy or a low buy, don't feel any pressure. There's going to be tons of other videos for you guys to enjoy. I will see you guys in my Sephora eyeshadow palette video tomorrow, so definitely come back for that because I think it'll be fun. And hopefully YouTube is recommending a video for you guys to check out so that you can keep watching some fun content. Okay guys, that is it. I will catch you later. Bye bye.